Ever wondered what really goes on inside a big sports club? Especially, when the whole league suddenly hits pause, or how a team can be so good, consistently near the top, it just keeps missing that final trophy. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Kerala Blasters FC, a really prominent team, often right up there in the Indian Super League, the ISL. Now, you've given us this fantastic evaluation, covering them right from the start in 2014, all the way up to the end of the 2024-25 season. So our mission really is to pull out the key insights. We're talking league positions, playoffs, who's scoring the goals, major moments, and crucially, we need to understand what this current ISL suspension as of today, July 12th, 2025, actually means for the club right now. Okay, let's get into it. We'll trace their journey, look at the patterns, the good and the challenging, and see where they stand at this pretty critical point.
Yeah, and what's fascinating right from the off is how Kerala Blasters just burst onto the scene in 2014. Their first year, founded in 2014, they finished fourth in the league, only 19 points, but bang, straight into the ISL final.
Wow, first season.
Became runners-up, lost to Atletico de Kolkata, ATK.
Yeah.
And you have to mention Ian Hume. His 5 goals were just vital for that debut. It wasn't just a good start. It kind of set this really high bar,
Yeah.
Established them as contenders immediately.
That's incredible. Talk about setting expectations high.
Yeah.
But after that amazing start, things dipped a bit in 2015, right? They finished 8th, missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Even though Antonio Germs and Chris Dagnall both got 6 goals. But then, like you said, they bounced back. 2016 showed some real resilience. What happened there? What was the magic in 2016?
2016 was a huge comeback, yeah. Finished second in the league this time, 22 points. And runners-up again. Lost to ATK again in the finals. CK Venice chipped in with 5 goals. But the really big story that season, the fans, record home attendance, 52,008 people.
52,000. Wow.
Oh, it just showed this incredible, passionate support. It's always been their foundation, really. Underlined their potential, even if they didn't lift the trophy.
So twice in 3 years, right at the final hurdle. Close. But after that, well, things got a bit more mixed, didn't they? A period of inconsistency. Like 2017-18, they finished 6th, no playoffs. And this was despite Ian Hume scoring 14 goals, setting a record for scoring in consecutive matches.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part. Individual brilliance was there.
Right. And then 2018-19, 9th place, only 15 points. Stojanovic and Poplatnik got 4 each. Playoff qualification just seemed elusive. And tracing their path more recently. 2019-20, 7th place, missed playoffs again. Bartholomew Agache scored 15 goals, though. A standout performance.
A huge tally from him, yeah. But didn't translate to team success that year.
Then 2021 sounds like it was particularly rough. 10th place, 17 points, and conceding 36 goals. That's the most ever for them.
That's the highest, yeah. That season really highlighted a vulnerability, a defensive fragility that honestly has kind of lingered. It exposed something fundamental that would, pop up again and impact their chances later on, even when they were otherwise playing well.
So after that really tough year defensively, how do they manage to pull themselves back up again? They seem to have this knack for fighting back.
They really do. That ability to rebound is remarkable. So 2021-22, another strong season, finished 4th, 34 points. And guess what? Runners up again for the 3rd time. Lost to Hyderabad FC on penalties this time.
Penalties. Agony.
Exactly. Jorge Pereira Diaz and Alvaro Vasquez, they both got 8 goals each. Crucial contributions. It's that pattern again. Fall short, recover strong.
Almost like they need the setback to push forward. And their very recent runs, they show that fight continues, right? 2022-23, 5th place, 31 points. Made the ISL knockout stage. That's the crucial bit before the final round.
It's the single elimination phase, yeah.
And they reached the Duran Cup quarterfinals, too.
Yeah.
Dimitrios Diamantakos, he scored 12 goals that year. Seemed key.
Very key. He really stepped up.
And then 2023-24, again, 5th, 33 points, back in the knockout stage. And Diamantakos, well, he won the Golden Boot. Top scorer in the league, 16 goals.
A fantastic achievement for him and the club. Really clinical.
But the most recent season, 2024-25, kind of a step back again. 8th place, 29 points, missed the playoffs. Noah Sadawi did well, 14 goals. But defensively, 37 goals conceded, even more than that tough 2021 season. Those issues resurfaced.
Yeah, 37 goals conceded. It really underscores that recurring defensive challenge we mentioned. So if you look at the big picture, the whole decade plus, Kerala Blasters have definitely been consistently competitive. Lots of top half finishes, multiple playoff runs, 2014, 2016, then 21-22, 22-23, 23-24. And those 3 runner-up finishes, well, they scream competitiveness, but also that final step being just out of reach.
The perennial contenders, but not champions yet.
Precisely. And alongside that, you consistently see attacking strength. They score goals. Think 2021-22, they scored 34.
Yeah.
2023-24, 32 goals. And key players, Ogbeshe with his 15, Diamantakis with 16, they've always had firepower.
Okay, so we've got that clear pick, competitive, great attack, amazing fans. But let's dig into what's held them back. You mentioned those recurring themes, the weaknesses.
Absolutely. The flip side of that attack has often been, well, defensive inconsistency. Those seasons with really high goals, conceded 36 in 2021, 37 just now in 24-25, they're not anomalies, they point to a pattern.
But vulnerability.
Exactly. And these defensive frailties, they've often cost them, undermine playoff pushes, even when the attack was doing its job, maybe suggests a structural imbalance, perhaps recruitment focused more on offense.
That's a really interesting point. Why do you think that kept happening? Coaching, player turnover, something else. And then, well, we can't ignore the controversies either. That walkout incident in 2022-23 against Bengaluru FC, that made headlines.
Oh, definitely.
What were the consequences of that? How did it affect the team?
Well, it was significant. A hefty fine, 4 crore rupees, I believe. And the coach got a 10-match suspension.
10 matches, wow.
Yeah, so serious financial and disciplinary hits. It undoubtedly affected team stability, the momentum they had, added a whole other layer of difficulty. It's just a reminder, isn't it? Success isn't only about what happens on the pitch. Off-field stability, rules, they're critical too.
Which brings us quite neatly, actually, to the present day. July 12th, 2025. The ISL 2025-26 season is on hold, stopped. What's the story there? Why the suspension?
It all boils down to uncertainty around the Master Rights Agreement, the MRA. That's the core deal between the FSDL, who run the league, and the AIFF, the All India Football Federation. Basically, the main operating agreement for the league is up in the air. It hasn't been renewed yet.
Okay, so the whole league framework is uncertain. What does that actually mean for Kerala Blasters, like right now, today, for a club built on ambition?
Well, the impact is immediate and direct. It hits player retention hard. Club planning becomes incredibly difficult. We're already seeing players leaving Jesus Jimenez, Kwame Pepper recently. Reports suggest foreign players are being told they might need to look elsewhere.
That sounds quite chaotic. Real instability.
It is. It ripples through the whole squad, the whole organization. But interestingly, despite all this, the club is still making moves. They have appointed a new team doctor, Dr. Vishnu Vijayan. They've signed an under-19 India international, Sumit Sharma.
So they're still trying to build, even with this cloud hanging over them.
It seems so. Trying to strengthen their structure, perhaps prepare for whenever things restart. It shows some proactive effort amidst the uncertainty.
That's fascinating. Trying to control what they can control. But this raises a bigger question, doesn't it? About the wider implications. This isn't just a Kerala Blasters problem.
Oh, absolutely not. This situation is causing major concern across the board. For the future of Indian football, really. It affects every club's finances, every club's planning, player contracts across the league. It's huge. The AIFF putting the league on hold like this, it's definitely made the challenges much bigger for everyone involved. It's a very, very uncertain time for the sport in India.
So we've looked deep into this journey of Kerala Blasters. Resilient, often brilliant, full of attacking flair, but also marked by those defensive struggles and those agonizing near misses for the championship, 3 times runners-up.
And now they and the entire ISL are facing something completely unprecedented with this suspension. It's a massive test of their adaptability, their planning, set against this huge uncertainty for Indian football itself.
So here's something to think about. Given their history, that knack for bouncing back, that fierce competitive spirit, how do you think Kerala Blasters will handle this, especially keeping hold of their key players? And maybe bigger picture, what does their quest for that elusive title now playing out against this backdrop of league suspension? Tell us about that tricky balance in pro sports, the balance between wanting to win on the field and needing stability off it.